4 lights, 5. And it's prime time in Portugal, and it's a good start from Ben Mott. He looks to challenge up the inside of Dennis Kay, but Dennis Kay will maintain position, and Jamal Mao is trying to attack around the outside. He runs off the road a little bit, but it's the same 1, 2 and 3 here as Jamal throws it up the inside at turn 3. There's contact between Luca and Richie Hall behind, and Ben Mott maintains position. That means Luca and Richie Hall fall down the order. Alfie White back up to 5th despite his 5-place grid penalty from the start. He's back up to where he should have started. It's 3 wide into Tory Vips. It's Red Bull sandwiching the AlphaTauri of Legend. Luca and Marcus Feld suffering there, and Legend does cruise back up into 7th position.
They are fighting, the 2 Red Bulls. Both Red Bulls are battling it out, and around goes Marcus Feld. Another spin for the Red Bull driver.
92% it remains for Mr. Shake, so he has a fair amount to defend from, but Alfie White will have DRS and the slipstream right behind the Alfa Romeo driver heading towards turn 1. It's so difficult to head too wide into the corner. Richie Hall tries to get involved, but is there contact between the McLaren and the Alfa Romeo? Maybe a little bit, and Richie Hall will try to sneak through to both of them and gets a little bit of contact with Mr. Shake. Shake will probably feel very, very aggrieved by that little bit of contact there, because it stopped him defending from Alfie White, and Alfie White goes up into 4th position here on those hard tyres. This is looking good for the McLaren driver, who's had some proper rotten luck, as you said.
That is the corner that Marcus Feld spun at, as you see Richie Hall and Mr. Shake battling it out, and Richie Hall spins around. Oh my goodness.
But Kevin Yerling won't, and actually Dennis closes down on Kevin Yerling. Will Kevin Yerling leave the space into turn 1? They do. Both cars going off track. The warnings will ramp up here, and Dennis by into 9th position. Kevin Yerling now maybe under a bit of pressure from Tony Mulder as there's a sector through 1 and 2. I think Jamal has fallen away from the 3rd position here, but we'll keep our eyes on this battle here as Kevin Yerling tries to fight back on Dennis, and that may mean that Tony Mulder can try and get by to both of them. It's too wide, and he does get by the McLaren driver, and around the outside of turn 7, Tony Mulder takes 2 positions at 2 corners.
I think it was turn 9, possibly for RZV. But yeah, there was an incident. I'm not sure what happened to Jamal. It probably was a little spin off the corner there. As you can see, he's going to come under pressure from Nezakata soon, who tries to go around the outside, and he's going to switch back to the inside. He's going to tuck in behind. He's got DRS on Jamal. And he's going to switch to the outside. Oh, he's too far back. Can he get the switch back? He can. Wheel to wheel now. Great exit from Nezakata. Still wheel to wheel. Jamal's going to have the inside line. Round the outside goes Neza. Oh, he forces him off a little. Marcus Feld's going to... No, that's Luca, sorry. He's going to join this battle. And Neza gets the position.
Yeah,
so we'll
Neza
see
gets that
what
one
happens.
back.
Henry Wozniak and Marek Roberto have had an accident somewhere. Luca has got past Jamal.
Yeah, Jamal's had a moment on the exit of turn 8. And Luca has a moment on the exit of turn 13. So he returns that position almost eliminated. Luca falling all the way down to 13th here. You can see the drivers really struggling with the degradation of their tyres at this moment, not providing the grip that they want. It looks like there could be a hint of rain coming in the next 10 minutes. Hall is going for an overtake on Tony Mulder into turn 1, and Richie Hall gets that position quite simply, actually. Richie Hall, of course, had that crash early on in the race, so certainly out of position. And you can see the clouds also starting just to gather maybe a bit. It says a 50% chance of rain at the moment. And this, you hate to see this, and with ghosting off as well, that is a ridiculous part of this game. If you retire in the pits, the car just comes out onto the racing line.
Yeah, thanks.
I expect to see most of the runners come into the pits here. Dennis Kay hugging the inside of Galp. He'll come into the pits and slow the car down to 80 kilometers an hour. Ben Mott next into the pits. Alfie White also. We'll see the whole flood of cars come in.
Both Red Bulls went off at parallel end of the track. Luca's car on the track, just in the middle of the racing line.
Alfie White's out. Alfie White's crashed. He's crashed with the Luca. Luca and Alfie White have come together. That has brought out a safety car. He'll be absolutely gutted. He was running in 3rd position. He had no penalties. He'd done everything right. And then he was took out by a car that was a lap down and just messing around on a pair of tyres that were ill fit for the situation. That is hugely consequential because this brings out a safety car and will bring the pack back together. Anyone that hasn't been lapped has a second chance at the race here, but Alfie White will be absolutely gutted.
No! I can't believe that, man.
We'll have the restart of this race on lap 19. There's 14 laps of running left to go, and it will be about, can Dennis Kay keep his calm and composed outlook on life? He's led the race at a canter, but now he'll be under pressure from Ben Bott and Mr. Sheikh and Nazir behind. And Nazir, who's had a bit of a quiet race, is up into 4th position. Ben Mott is right on the back of the Haas. The Haas is gone. He has restarted this race, and so Dennis Kay has the lead of this race. Actually, Mr. Sheikh looking to get involved here. Actually, the car's just trying to warm up the tyres. Is there any action going into turn 1? It's actually Kevin Yerlin and Jaco Henningson who were looking for a move on these Aston Martin cars, and Ben Mott has got him at the front of the grid. So Ben Mott has got Dennis Kay.
Has got contact.
So struggling through the first corner was Dennis Kay, and he has lost the lead of the race after holding it for so long. Dennis Kay runs very deep into Tory Vietz. That can allow Mr. Sheikh the opportunity to attack here. Nazir Kader in 4th position, trying to close down on the Alfa Romeo driver, who looked like he could have gone on the attack just moments ago, but he's under pressure. Richie Hall and Thomas Kremen of changing positions through 7 and 8. It's actually Richie Hall still up the inside of the Mercedes driver. Is there contact between the two? Thomas Kremen has to concede position. That means that Marcus Feld has gone from 14th to 9th here.
Yeah, Dennis Kay going to try the inside. Down the inside on Ben Mott, and he gets that move done. Nice move by Dennis Kay.
Kept a nose just in there as they come through 2 and 3. Marcus Feld having a big moment, but just about collecting himself, slipping around as he went offline, but he is up to 7th position. He's gained 7 positions, but he goes off track there and just about gets back on without collecting it. Richie Hall will maybe think about an overtake around the outside at Tory Vips. It's actually Marcus Feld looking to get involved with Dennis, but we've seen collisions not prove favourable here, and people go backwards after having collisions there, and that's what's happening. Richie Hall is now up the inside of Marcus Feld here and in 8th position, so losing 2 positions in 2 corners there.
The tier 2 races, and especially tier 1 as well. As you can see, the lead well, second is coming under threat. Ben Mott and Mr. Sheikh. Oh, contact. Mr. Sheikh gets forced off the track, and Ben Mott was to suffice to 3rd now.
Jacob Henningson and Jamal are out there battling way off the track. Both drivers must have had a massive ding-dong into Tory Vips. And Jamal looking to fight back up the inside of Jacob Henningson. Both fighting for the lower points paying positions here of 9th and 10th.
Bumper run.
There is a massive contact. Jamal, this is it. People are starting to really struggle in these conditions, and Jamal is one of them. Tony Mulder is again looking to attack on Nazir Kader as they come over the start-finish straight. Tony Mulder finally looking to go up the inside, but just losing the pace at the end of the straight there is absolutely agonising for him. He sat behind Tony Mulder for so long, and he needs to get by him. He knows it, so he throws it up the inside at turn 3 and pushes him as far out as possible, but Nazir Kadir will fight up the inside at turn 4, but that is job done. Now Tony Mulder needs to get his skates on. He needs to get his skates on because he needs to break that 3-second toe of the cars behind and hope Kevin Yerling can get properly stuck up behind Nazir Kadir.
And in changing weather conditions, he's able to take the checkered flag and win. Dennis Kay wins at Portimao.